Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, just how bad would a no-deal Brexit scenario be for the UK's ports? Some have suggested that claims of massive transport disruption are overblown, that both the UK and the French sides of the Channel are actually reasonably well prepared. Well, Newsnight has some worrying new information which casts doubt on that narrative. Our economics editor, Ben, is here. What have you found out, Ben?
Well, Emily, we've been talking to the cross-channel ferry operators about what they would do in the scenario of a no-deal Brexit. And what they have confirmed to us, some of them off the record because of the sensitivity around this, is that they would not let a single UK haulier cross over to the other side of the continent if they did not have every scrap of documentation fully signed off. Now, some context here. At the moment, because we're in the single market and customs union, hauliers do not have to carry any documentation across at the moment. But if we have a no-deal Brexit, that changes overnight. And suddenly they have to have a whole range of new documents. And we can see some of them here. Driving permits for hauliers, customs declarations, export licenses. It's a lot. You get the impression. And that is by no means a comprehensive list, by the way. Now, business has been warning that they don't think UK firms are going to be in a position where they are going to be able to have all those documents ready. And Newsnight revealed last month that of the universe of firms who need to have the very basic entry level of documentation, a large majority have still not signed off on it. So
what would be the implications of all this then, Ben?
Well, if we put together what we've established about the boarding policy of the ferries, along with the lack of preparedness of business, you've got a recipe for those long queues of hauliers coming into the Channel ports, gridlock, tailbacks and the like, and to have a sort of flavour of what that would mean. Imperial College London did some research on this, commissioned by the BBC. And what they said that if the current peak queue going into Dover is about 10 miles at the moment, if you add just 2 minutes of checks for each lorry, that suddenly triples to 30 miles of queues. Now, Emily, some have taken comfort from the words of the mayor of Calais and the boss of the Calais port this year, saying that actually Calais is prepared for this. Now, the problem is, as we've shown, is that Calais can be prepared because the problem essentially gets pushed to the UK side of the Channel. That's where all the trucks accumulate.
Now, what kind of response are you getting from government? You've taken this to Transport Minister.
Yes, we've spoken to the Department for Transport, and their response, they didn't engage with the issue about boarding policies, but they did say the government remains focused on ensuring the UK's smooth and orderly withdrawal from the EU. There are well-developed plans in place to manage any traffic disruption in Kent.
Ben, thanks very much indeed.